Okay, step one, as I mentioned earlier, you create a LAN interface label. Over here, I'm calling it AWS GRE. Then I'm assigning it to my LAN interface on the Edge Connect in AWS. Step three is to create the BGP ASN global pool. On an orchestrator where you enable segmentation, and if your Edge Connect has more than one segment, the orchestrator will assign the same ASN to each segment. This is a new capability that we added in 9.5.2. These are the changes to the AWS subscription button. As you can see, in the past, the polling interval was set to 10 minutes, but in 9.5.2, we changed it to 4 hours. The main reason is because now the orchestrator needs to process a lot more information than like what it had to prior to 9.5.2. So it was not feasible to keep it at 10 minutes. But at the same time, we added a new capability. This refresh button here will allow you to get the transit gateway and core network configuration on demand. So if you make a change to a transit gateway or a Cloud WAN core network edge that you have created, you don't have to wait for 4 hours till the orchestrator learn that change. Like you can basically come to this page, click the refresh button, and orchestrator will start learning all the changes that you made to your AWS environment. So prior to 9.5.2, we only showed the WAN interface labels on this page. But in 9.5.2, now you see the LAN labels as well. All you have to do is just drag and drop the LAN interface that you want the ECB to build tunnel the TGW into this area. Now, one thing to keep in mind, if you have more than one LAN interface on your Edge Connect, and if you want each LAN interface to establish, let's say, a GRE or an IPsec tunnel with a transit gateway, you have to enter a unique label here. For instance, you can't have AWS GRE assigned to both LAN interfaces on the deployment page. If you want to create two separate GRE tunnels from LAN 0 and LAN 1 interface on the Edge Connect. This is where you select the tunnel mode. So in prior to 9.5.2, we only supported IPsec, but in 9.5.2, we support both IPsec and GRE. And another capability is you can create either IPsec or GRE tunnels per segment. So this feature is segment aware. Okay, so prior to 9.5.2, we only had the capability to assign a VTI to the default segment only. But in 9.5.2, we can assign a VTI to non-default segments as well. And also, we added this text on this dialog box, which shows the VTI IP addresses that are reserved by AWS. So when you are configuring a subnet pool for the VTIs, you should not use any of these subnets on that VTI pool. If you happen to enter a large range like I did, the orchestrator, when it assigns the VTIs, it's going to ignore or it's going to skip any of the reserved IP addresses, and it will assign only the IP addresses that are valid on the Edge Connect appliances. Okay, step 8 is to associate your Edge Connect with the transit gateway route tables or the segments. You will go to the default segment on the Edge Connect, and then on the AWS transit gateway route table drop down. So this is a drop down menu. You can select the transit gateway route table that you want to associate your Edge Connect instance to. So that is this route table here. So this is the route table that I am picking on this drop-down menu. If you have already assigned a name to that route table, we are going to show that route table name. If you have not, then it will only show the transit gateway route table ID. In this example, I have two route tables, prod and dev. VPC A contains my prod workloads and VPC B contains my dev workloads. On the Edge Connect, I have the same two segments, and even on-prem, I have prod and dev workloads. So the Edge Connect needs to create a GRE tunnel for each segment here. Step 9, this is where you have to tell the orchestrator the VPC information of the Edge Connect. So we are saying these appliances are located in AWS California region in this VPC, and this is their LAN0 route table. So when you deploy Edge Connects using the single-click deployment, we create a LAN route table and a WAN route table. The WAN 0 interface and the management 0 interfaces are associated to the WAN route table, and the LAN 0 interface is associated to the LAN route table. So if you use the one-click feature to deploy the Edge Connect, you don't have to do anything to start using this feature. Like, as soon as you finish the deployment, you can come to the AWS Network Manager page and complete the prerequisites that I mentioned earlier. And once you click apply, Orchestrator will start building these LAN-side tunnels with the transit gateway. So that's one of the main reasons why I advocate that you deploy the Edge Connects from the orchestrator. And the last step is you have to tell the orchestrator which transit gateway that you want to establish connectivity with. And that's what we are doing here. For Cloud WAN deployments, we have this new tab. For transit gateway, we have a separate tab. On the orchestrator tree, I selected the two Edge Connects that I wanted to associate with, and then I pick my transit gateway. And when you click save, the orchestrator will go ahead and start building these BGP sessions and GRE tunnels.